We'll go into session. Ryan,
I have the 2021
Yes.
KDOT contract for treating noxious weeds along 2150 and 1019. As far as rates, I've kept the rates same as last year, $25 per operator, $45 per truck. And I checked with Barton County, it's about the same, Edwards County is just a little lower. So I figured we're right there in the ballpark, so I didn't raise it or anything.
We need a motion for this. I make a motion that we go into agreement with the Kansas Department of Transportation again for this year for $25 an hour for the operator, $45 an hour for the truck to treat noxious weeds. Second.
it's been moved and seconded, we enter into the contract with, is it KDOT?
Yes.
KDOT. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carried. The line you need this, or all
Just
three?
one, not just one.
Is there anything, I notice a lot of these townships are cleaning trees back off, on the right of ways. I mean, the only thing I know that'll kill trees or keep trees down is hold oak. But then the bigger trees that are on out, the roots come up. Is there anything townships can spray in their ditches to keep that seedlings down?
I've had some talking about it. We could go in with a, like remedy.
Yeah, Remedy T22.
Yeah, it's not as active on the root system like the Toradon.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can keep the sapling sprayed back that way.
Oh, yeah, you
Douglas
signed it
Friendship
here and
Park,
not the
I took a
chairman.
bunch out along there and we were just
Does
talking
that make sense?
about, and that's the thing, is if you can get them when they're, peer to peer
Yeah.
and not, then we can do a lot of good.
I mean, you hate to see them spend $3,000 and a half a mile, and then in 10 years you have to set
Right,
up.
that's exactly what's gonna happen, because then it'll be even more, because the saplings will come from, where there was one tree is gonna be 20 saplings coming up.
Yeah, with a good root system.
With the good, yeah, and so yeah, like I said, where the road and bridge is taking some out this year, I've already talked to the council about keeping track of that, so. And the only thing we have coming, we have a conference coming up the 1st of March, but I decided to Zoom it. 9 of our 14 speakers are going to be Zoom anyway, and so I didn't feel like going down with 120 guys down there
No.
in the conference, so we're gonna do that.
Is your chemical cost gonna go up significantly?
It doesn't look like, as of right now,
I've heard glyphosate is going up, but it doesn't look like you use it broadleaf and grassy a little bit, but.
yeah, it's, yeah, I don't
use
use
a ton of
a ton
Roundup.
of, yeah, brought in our, the bare ground treatments, like the county yard stuff and around the guardrails and stuff, I don't use it, but I don't use a whole lot of
Yeah,
glyphosate anyway.
yeah.
And that's, it's gone up some, but the January price sheet that we got, nothing has really went up significant, but that doesn't mean here, the next one we get doesn't. So I did order chemical for our chemical mow, which I do every year. This year, I normally change up at least one part of my every year with resistance. This year I'm going back with the same I did last year. It worked well.
Yeah.
So that's basically 8 ounces of glyphosate, 8 ounces of dicamba, and then 2 ounces of arsenal, which is Mazapir, which just gives it a little more residual. And I've had really good luck with it. As long as you have decent moisture, we've had really good luck with it. It's on cheap. It's mainly the cheap wheat and rye. Then you get a few of the early or winter annuals, dandelions and stuff like that. And so dicamba, it should help with henbit and stuff like that. So that's I'm going back with that.
As long as we can keep the rye out of the ditches, it seems like that's what everybody's
That's
concerned
the big
about.
call. That's the most of calls. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Yeah, you can have bindweed everywhere.
They don't care.
There's
Well, that's
right.
good. Yeah, why we only get chemical?
It's
You're
got
right.
pretty white flowers.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as far as environmental services, everything's going good. We started, pretty much the same way we started the last 3 years. Had 5 wells in. Put in 1 septic. We had 5 waiting, because 4 of them are gonna try to get cost share. So we're trying to baby those along, because they can't start any new construction on the septic until July to get cost share. And so I've been telling us to do what you need to do to keep it going,
Yeah.
so.
You're still doing water test kits and stuff?
Yeah, I have water test kits. I mean, I don't have any testing equipment, but I will get water test kits, and it's through Hutch.
Yeah,
SDK
you
Labs.
send it to SDK, but you'll give the test kit out
For free, yes, yeah, anybody that wants
and then you just pay your $65 or whatever.
to.
it is.
The basic was, I think, 45.
Yeah, something like that.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, big bill is making sure they get it within, maybe get down there.
Do quite a few people use that. I mean,
Very good. But, well,
And they recommend testing water every year?
well, that's a thing going on. What they're talking about trying to pass is that it's a mandatory well testing every year, which they talked to us at our Kansas Environmental Health Association meetings. And there's no way, there's not enough people, to go and test the well every year.
Yeah.
Because they were wanting us to go out and test it.
Oh,
And it's like, you just can't do that. I mean, I understand, on paper, it sounds really good, but in the real world, there's no way you can logistically do that.
yeah.
But I mean, most of our water wells here, by far, is livestock. And so, guys, the few domestic go in, I think like Rosencrantz actually will do a test for them after they drill it. So, but yeah, but if they want some, yeah, it's no problem, no cost. And
They recommend to test it, frequently to see if nitrates go up.
Yep.
But if you're already bad on nitrates, you're probably not going down, are you?
No.
Yeah.
And that's where, but it is good if you do have some nitrate issues, you can get a reverse osmosis system.
Oh,
in.
yeah.
And, there's some remediation
Mm-hmm.
that can happen to help with that.
Mhm.
And then also the big push is radon right now, but that's gonna be through the health department. I get a lot of information on it, but that won't be through me as
Mhm.
far as I'm concerned, unless you guys want me to expand stuff out. I like the septics and water wells, keeps me.
Yeah.
But on average, we do, probably 12 septics a year and 40 water wells a year. So I mean, it's nothing,
Yeah.
but
When you do an inspection, what do you charge on that?
just
For the water well or the septic system?
it's a flat permit fee of $50 for a water well and 75 for and that basically it's basically charging $25 a visit. With water wells, it's usually 2 visits. I mean, you go do a site inspection, and then after it's done, you go back and do the well inspection. The septic, there's usually 3. I mean, you go and try to find a site, and you meet with the contractor, and then you go back when it's done. So that's kind of what it's been.
So do you think that covers the actual expenses?
I do. I mean, we bring in roughly $3,000 of permit fees from a $7,300 budget, so that's covering our, over a third of our budget with that.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're just.
But I mean, I haven't checked with a lot. I know the guy replaced his
But it doesn't say.
fees went
So,
up
I don't know.
pretty substantial, like $100 for a well and $150 for septic stuff.
Yeah.
But so far, I think and I haven't heard many complaints. I think we're doing all right. I think people like the expediency. It's just easier doing it here local than having, go out of county to try and get somebody coming in, so.
I haven't heard any complaints.
Good. Otherwise, that's all I have for today, unless you guys have questions. Thank you.
Thanks.
Or you don't.
Luann?
Hey, Lorraine.
teacher,
Do you want to read?
So we're doing executive
If
session.
you want to, if you have any specific questions for her about it, you should, if you
No.
want to read through it.
Do you want to talk about it? Should we go into executive session over it?
Pretty much the same as last year for this. No problems, no concerns.
You got better trained after 17 years?
Pretty much. We did do our passport training in January online. It was brutal. The online is way harder than in person. They're not having in person right now, is it?
Yeah.
But we're still waiting on our recertification to come in
Often do you have to do that?
every year.
Or
Yeah. But they're behind on recertifying just because of cutbacks in the Department of State and stuff, so. Any day now.
Luann, are you having lots of people sign up for the online?
Right off the bat, I had about 6 yearly, and then every week I seem to get a couple more daily users.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had checked this week to see if
What-
I had any.
Can you remind me, what is our total out-of-pocket cost for that deal?
The code funds paid for the initial
Yeah.
setup. My yearly, I don't have exact with me, it's gonna be about 5 grand.
Okay.
Yeah. And my tech fund will pay for it.
Yeah, even if you don't have enough subscriptions,
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, getting enough subscriptions.
Right, I would like that,
would
and
cover
I've got the word out, I've got people that are on the, like,
I love
not
it.
gonna do it, and they just
Yeah.
haven't done it.
I finally figured it out, the little nooks and crannies of
Yeah.
it. But I love it, it's
Yeah.
awesome because it saves a trip.
Well, like I had one researcher who wanted 13 indexes yesterday, back to 2010, that's 2 pages at least for each index,
Mhm.
and we charge $5 a page for indexes, so that that's gonna be like $130 at least for him, that he
Yeah.
could have just paid the $350 for
Yeah,
the online and then gotten all that. But he just hasn't done it yet. He
Yeah.
just kind
I
of.
really like it.
Well, good, I'm glad.
You could for sure use me for a
Okay.
reference
Yeah.
if somebody wants to
I think the
ask
people
how
that
it
are,
works.
are using it really like it, and they use it a lot.
Yeah,
Can you tell the traffic?
Yeah, I can. I haven't looked this week yet to see if there's been any newer, or the daily users, the $25 a day. I usually check in at least once a week and see.
Sure.
Do you think you get back probably half of your subscription fee?
I probably will. And CIC, I was concerned about that, and they said they'll work with me on that cost. They had obviously track it as well,
yeah,
and if it looks like it's not gonna come up, then they'll work with me on the cost of it.
Yeah.
so.
well, if you've got 6, I mean, you're almost to 2,000 of your
Yeah,
5, so.
right. And that doesn't even include the pay, per page printouts that they do, because it's they have to pay 25 cents per page they print out themselves.
Mhm.
And then it gets, the yearly ones are tracked through our system, so they're paying copies regardless, so.
Mhm. Are a lot of counties doing that now? Quite a few.
A few, not so many, and of course, it's software based, it depends on what software
Yeah,
people are using. I mean, all the software has it now. More and more are. I've got, like, just from me telling people how easy it is, and we really like having it. A couple people are getting signed up, and a lot of people know they use code codes to do that,
yeah.
so I'm kind of regretting that now. We like it. I mean, I love having people come in my office and come to Stafford County to do research, but this is just weird times that we're in, so I get it for those who want to stay
Yeah,
put and do it from their own office from home, so.
I'm sure the lawyers and banks and stuff love it because they can look up something and still charge the same amount. And do it from the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's loyal, dependable, knows what she's doing?
I don't have any questions, I guess. Looks good to me.
Good.
Looks good.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, William.
You want to do the minutes real quick?
Yeah. Make a motion that we approve the minutes of the February 3rd, 2021 meeting.
Second?
Then move to second, we approve the minutes of February 3rd. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. We'll recess.
That was for 7, but it goes by days, obviously.
Yeah. Can you hear us already? Or we're not in session.
We're in section.
I make a motion that we go into executive session for 15 minutes to discuss non-elected personnel, including treasurer, commissioner, Steve.
Second.
Then move to second, we'll go into executive session for non-elected personnel for 15 minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We'll go back into session.
I make a motion that we continue our executive session for another 15 minutes.
Second.
Then move to second, we extend our executive session for another 15 minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. All right, we'll go back into session.
I make a motion that we go into executive session for 15 minutes for discussing non-elected personnel with the people being present, or the three commissioners and Mary Gavin.
Second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded, we go into executive session for 15 minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, we'll go back into session. What,
Will we
The-
adjourn after?
I don't have any, well, do we have
no,
anything
we
else?
got this, we got the quote on the district
we can
court
do that.
thing. We have to,
Rob has a follow-up with your question about the Rice County invoice.
Okay.
Rob, do you want to tell him about the Rice County billing?
Okay, because I got to looking at it after Mike asked me about it. They overbilled us by $2,000,
oh, good.
Good.
so we're got credit for the account. So, but this bill is also from December.
Yeah, they're 2 months
He
behind.
he's 2 months behind on his billing, and every time we ask him, try to keep it current, He said that's just how he does everybody, he won't have a current bill, so this is last year's bill.
Right. How does that all work out at the end of the year?
Oh, yeah.
So approximately how many individuals do we have in the jail over there?
We had 7 for the month of December, but we had 7 in Martin County and everything else. So.
That Rice County, you think
Rice
that's 7?
County, it was 7 of them.
Okay. That equates out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's $35 a day.
$35 a day.
And Barton is
Are they 45?
45,
I believe they're 45.
and same way at Pratt.
The Pratt doesn't take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
seldom.
I
If they
mean,
have a warrant on them, they'll take them. But once they're done with them, they'll kick them loose and we got to move them. So I just don't try to do it right. I don't have to. I get our time done and we let them do it later.
and then Greensburg is 35, but they're
That's
too
what
far.
Sarah said. It's
That's a drive.
travel time.
Yeah,
Yeah. That 5 to 7 a month is kind of average.
Actually, it's down. I mean,
we
we used to
have.
have around 20 now or more.
Well,
Is it the
But
cold weather keeping everybody in, or
no,
just?
this
Well,
past year, because of COVID and everything, some of the jails wouldn't take them.
well, and Judge Johnson, I was just telling them that he released that individual that we have on the ankle monitor. I know with COVID, trials are taking longer, and like Judge Johnson, I know for a fact, he'll cut bonds just to let
Let them go.
people out.
Because it doesn't want to sit in.
Is your
It's
trial on the
taking so long.
20th, or 22nd, when you go?
No,
Neither one of those are that week?
no,
Yeah,
but
a piece of work.
it's a different conversation. But,
Love it.
yeah, we're probably down a little bit in the.
Yeah, we're down, I mean, in the past, we've averaged right around 20, sometimes up and sometimes down, but right around 20.
Okay.
I think our peak was about 26, 27. And that was probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. But the COVID thing has really kept the numbers down everywhere. And it comes down to a lot of the jails just won't take them too.
COVID money.
So they get a lot more of them bonded out, or OR bonded out, and hopefully they show up
County
for court.
General, which we do have some COVID.
Did Greg have a ride
cushion
along with you yesterday?
Yeah,
Was that some training or
I mean,
just somebody interested?
it's one of them we
Call
had
it
an
COVID,
application in
but
on
it's-
for,
There's a cushion.
we had more this time than
But
we've
this
had in
is
a long
COVID
time.
related.
It is.
But no certificate, no certified officers
And the guy that was riding along is interested, but you.
Yeah, he's
And
interested,
in
he's
the
not
motion,
certified.
we need to
Where's he
state
from?
that nothing is affixed
That
to
one,
the-
I believe, he lives in Great Bend, he's originally from Larner, but he works out of the Hutchinson prison.
Yeah.
We got quite a few out of the prison systems and things, people he knew, he put the word out there in different places, and we got quite a few this time.
I think it's when you get applications, I mean, you get some that don't have any training, and you have ones that have training, but there's usually a reason why they're not staying at the department they're at.
I have one that is certified, but it's from Kentucky. And he was a professor before he was in law enforcement, so I just don't have a really good feeling about that.
Yeah, but I mean,
And he wants to come here.
but even if they don't have any training, I mean, if you feel like they have the right attitude, you don't mind training them, do you?
No, I mean, it's just, it's the nature of the beast anymore. We're not the only one, we have to train them, but if you get a good feel for them, and you think they're gonna stick around and be locals, especially if they're family, if they have families and stuff, a lot of times they stick around a lot more. But it costs to train them, but, I mean, we don't pay for the training, we just pay for their wages while they're at training, but other than that,
Yeah.
everybody's doing the same thing, they're having to train them also. They try to tie them down for a couple of years, and I think the next one will have kind of maybe a written agreement to tie them down for at least 2 years or more, or sending them through the training.
We have to do this plexiglass, right, to continue?
Mike,
And
is this plexiglass stuff in the courtroom, we have to do it?
Yes, by the
Okay.
Kansas Supreme Court and by Judge Johnson.
make a requirement, they use some other way, Velcro or
Yeah.
something,
The
other than
temp-
nails and screws.
Specified,
Yeah.
not to
Yes.
fix it
Absolutely,
to
yeah.
the.
No damage to.
Yeah, that's what
That
I'm
may
making up with it. I figured we'd go
If
there
they're
and
quote
have
smuggling,
racing
they'll retire.
and-
No.
No, yeah, I don't
That's
care.
what-
Yeah,
Because that's irreversible damage.
And I don't know this company that they got the quote from.
Do you want me to talk to Renee and see if,
Yeah.
okay, let's take
Because
a
the quote
look.
may change, because they may
Until-
be planning on just coming
Why
in
did
and
Troy
just
and
self-tapping the end
Maxwell
of the
make
wood.
wooden frames for the plexiglass to go
Let me
in
make
and sit on a
sure,
desktop?
Yeah.
What,
And it's pretty stable. I mean, it's a little bit bigger on the wooden frame, but it's not screwed
It
in.
does.
Since you guys are around here a lot more than us, whenever we approve this, if they're putting that plexiglass in, we want it removable. We don't want them cutting
Yeah.
right.
any of the wood, nailing into the wood.
well,
Like the
So if
idea
you
of
see them getting where they was saw, say stop.
well.
Let me go talk to her.
And here's the other deal, and this is, I mean, what I'm about to tell you, you're gonna say it makes no sense, and I'm gonna tell you, I absolutely agree, it makes no sense. But Judge Johnson sent out an email that said the Kansas Supreme Court said we can start jury trials again. They scheduled me one for February 22, 23, and the next one for 24, 25. The very next day, I get an email from Judge Hipp, who said the jury trial on the 24th and 25th, we're not gonna go because she didn't think it was safe for COVID. So that one got continued by the court, and then I talked to Richard Beckman, who represents the individual on the 22nd, 23rd, and he said he was continuing that. So I'll have to go back and double check the calendar. I don't think I have anything just looming on the horizon jury trial wise, so we do have a little time to kind of try to figure
It
this.
was pushing back to March, I think.
At least March, yeah.
Johnson, when he would say a lot of the hearings were going to go March.
Yeah, so we have some time, we have a little time.
So you have a higher court judge.
This
say
is the
you
part
can
that
do
doesn't
it,
make sense, isn't it?
And then you have the lower judge going, well, no, you can do it, but I'm gonna put my, is there anybody between HIP that's gonna step in after that?
I don't think so. But I don't know.
I would say it might be safe to just go ahead and approve this with the caveat that we're not going to, because it says wood brackets for plexiglass.
But I don't see
labor.
any wood on here.
Well,
Well,
on 11. it
Or if
says-
they're gonna affix the
yeah,
brackets
number
to-
11, I think they're charging.
We don't want the brackets affixed to our existing wood.
And then they
Right,
also, on
right.
number
Yeah, but I
Let
wonder
me
if it's
find
just a
out.
piece of wood that's ripped in the middle that the plexiglass sits
Let
in.
me
like
find
this
out.
stuff. Yeah, that's fine.
and then 8 is
No,
plexiglass
because all-
clamp.
All the woody up there and everything else, it's got a historic value because
Yeah.
it's
That's
so
it.
old.
We don't want to,
Most of the judges, like, have you ever been up there to the bench?
No.
You can push a button and the light pops up out of its recess and pops up.
Oh, yeah, it's
out
really
of
cool.
there.
It's really
It's
cool.
really cool. It still works.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
Yeah.
let me get with her and make sure
Yeah.
that they'll be freestanding or whatever. Because if not, they're going to have to adjust that bid.
And then we don't have anything else to talk about this accident recovery team
Mm-mm.
has no action.
That's on Mike.
Okay,
I just wanted you to be aware.
so, Mike, we're gonna need you for an executive session. And then we're gonna adjourn after.
Okay? So,
So we'll go in, I make a motion, we go into executive session for 10 minutes for client attorney privilege, and then we will adjourn afterwards and no action.
I second.
then move second, we go into executive session for client attorney privilege. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
For 10 minutes?
So we're done.
10?
Yes.